Hi, guys, and welcome to Tigers Across Campuses, our mini series where we discuss things that relate to our RIT experience. So, my name is Emana Bilalovic, and I'm a RIT minority representative here at RIT Kosovo. And with me today, I have my lovely colleagues from RIT Maine, RIT Croatia, and RIT Dubai campus. So, can you guys introduce yourselves? Tomo, you can go first.
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. My name is Tomo. I'm the SG president of RIT Croatia, of both Dubrovnik and Zagreb, and I study hospitality and tourism management.
Hi everyone, my name is Kiffy. I'm a third year double major in computer science and women, gender, and sexuality studies. I'm from RIT Maine, and I'm the vice president of the Alana Collegiate Association.
Hello everyone, my name is Rana Abdullah and I am the Executive Secretary of the Student Government at RIT Dubai. I am a marketing major, double minoring in both finance and management.
So, you guys, today, as we are in RT Kosovo, I would like for you guys, we're going to discuss the differences and what makes our campuses unique. So, I would like to start with Tomo, since you both represent RIT Zagreb and RIT Dubrovnik. What makes the experience differ from all the others?
Well, I would definitely say we have a unique structure, at least in the SG, definitely, because we are one student government across two campuses. So we try to meet annually at our team buildings to discuss the statute and the code of conduct. So that's what we are doing annually together. But the differences between the campuses, our Dubrovnik campus is a small international and it's built right next to the old town. One fun fact actually about our building is that it's protected by UNESCO. So in Dubrovnik we have approximately like 200 students, so everyone knows each other, the professors, the students, the faculty staff. So if you don't have anyone to grab coffee with, you can go outside, you will find someone, and that's especially if you're living in the dorms. So that's about Dubrovnik and Zagreb. Zagreb is a little bit bigger. It's more tech and business based, while Dubrovnik is more tech and tourism based and more like hands-on approach within the student community. Zagreb is the capital, so it's much more like faster paced, and that's I guess the biggest difference. And they don't have a building next to the sea, unfortunately, in Zagreb. So that's one good thing about Dubrovnik.
Okay, so from Croatia, we're going straight to Dubai. Rana, since we know that RT Dubai is one of our most diverse and culturally, I'd say, rich campus, what's the vibe there?
When you come from a country that has over 200 nationalities, you are definitely going to experience all types of backgrounds from students, culturally, personality, everything. And so this doesn't only apply to the students themselves, it also goes to our events as well. So one day you could be spending Diwali, the next day you have National Day for the Emiratis, and then let's not forget our biggest event, Global Day, in which everyone gets to represent their culture and their nationalities and traditions to everyone else. So not only do you get to express, you also get to learn so much. And we also give a lot of recognition to the study abroad students in your campuses, in which they get to showcase their traditions to our students as well. And let's not forget our clubs as well. Some of our biggest clubs are cultural ones, like the Levant Club, the Emirati Club, the Daisy Club, and so many more to mention. Also, we deal with the different cultures throughout our daily life. So we take courses together, we work together, we just learn to accept each other's differences. And this also applies within our student government structure. Our vice president herself is an international student, so is the finance director. And I would say we make a pretty strong team, and even though we are very different from each other.
That's lovely, and I would like to head to Kifi since she represents RIT Maine. How are the vibes and how's the atmosphere there?
I think RIT Maine first of all, I love them hearing about you guys' campuses, but I think the vibe there is a little bit different because, like you guys know, it's a very big campus. 22,000 undergrad and grad student is no joke. as a student, most of the time, you might not get to meet every single person that goes there, or be able to grab coffee. With all of them. However, I think our clubs and our student life is like the heart of our campus. We have almost 400 clubs at this point, ranging from hobbies. So there's like the beekeeping club, which is actually a very big club here. There's like esports. We have so many cultural clubs on campus. And the thing is, regardless of who you are, regardless of what you're interested in, you are going to find your community. And your community might not be the 21,000 students that RIT has. Your community might be the 50 students that you have at your club, but you know that there you're going to make your friends for life. And I think outside of that, I think student life, student government, our college activities board, we've really tried as a team to make sure that even though it's a big campus, you don't feel left out, or you don't feel alone, or you don't feel like singled out. And during a quarter mile, which is quite literally a quarter mile long path, every time you're walking there, either you're seeing the Greek life, the sororities and fraternities trying to do a fundraiser, or you're seeing different departments at RIT handing out food, or you're seeing SG handing out popcorn. There's usually something there, and it's a good opportunity for you on a snowy day, on a rainy day. The weather gives us everything in Rochester. It's a good day for you to just stop by and be able to talk to someone. And then outside of like the fun part, I think RIT is still very much technology driven, and one of the biggest way we see that is at our Imagine RIT. And Imagine RIT is like a tech and innovation conference like that we have at our school, and it's a space for students to share their projects. You can share, people do their capstones there. I did my research project there. Some people do their class projects, and you really can see how hard students work. I remember one of the projects I found very interesting was it was an AI mirror. So it was a TV that was tracking your face, and you could talk to it, and it would respond right back to you. That was one of the most recent projects, and that was from the computing end. And then you can see also how the interdisciplinary parts of RIT work. So like we have graphic design students working with computer science students, working with sociology students to be able to make a project. And I think in that ways, in academics, it does bring us into it makes us a big community, and that's when like our donors and our sponsors and alumni come to see the projects and see what the students are working on.
That's lovely to hear. And since we're here in Kosovo at our RIT Kosovo campus, I'm currently studying here. I'm an international student, and I would like to say a really simple thing that makes this campus unique. Even though it's really small, everybody feels this energy of belonging, and we all feel like little family here. And that's me coming from a different country to Kosovo. It really felt like I belong, even though it's not my home country. I really feel like I belong here. So that sense of belonging, it's really what makes RIT Kosovo feel special. So I would like to ask one final question to you guys, and it's basically, what connects all of our RIT campuses? What do you think?
Let's not forget Richie the Tiger.
Oh, Richie the Tiger.
We all have
obviously.
him, our little tiger mascot.
Yeah.
And definitely our orange color,
Which
our courses.
You said is
Yes,
what's
Pantone 1505C,
There you
guys.
go.
Marketing has done a
Marketing
big one
team,
on
yeah.
me at RIT. I think our colors, honestly, one thing I heard from this conversation, I think our values are very similar. You talked about how in the Croatia, it's technology. Technology is one of, it's versus sort of technology. So obviously,
It's in the name.
but I think outside of that, we're very big on well-being, and we're very big on student life. And I think the community there, whether you have a really big community, whether you have a really big campus or a really small campus, we all have our community there. And I think that's something I've gone to see hanging out with all you SGers from your different campuses. So
I
it's
also
really
do
nice.
want to mention acceptance. The way I mentioned it for my campus, I noticed even coming to you guys, we have so many differences and yet so many similarities, and yet we also work very well
That's
together.
what Kosovo does.
Yeah, and what you didn't mention is the most important part, our shared values here in Kosovo right now.
Yes.
The food, guys.
The food.
The
Amazing.
food and the
Albanian
coffees.
food, something else. But we have to wrap it up, you guys, because the next episode is going to be about our successes and failures, struggles, and we're going to see what our other colleagues can say about that matter. So thank you guys for tuning in, and see you in the next episode.
That was beautiful.
Hi everyone, my name is is Jira Zaciri. I'm the Vice President of Student Government here at RIT Kosovo, and today on Tigers Across Campuses, we're going to be tackling a very important issue, which is challenges and successes, a topic that everybody in a student government role has come across to. I would love if everybody on the podcast introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, my name is Lea. I'm a student at RIT Croatia at the Dubrovnik campus. I'm the vice president of the campus. I'm a senior and I'm studying hospitality and tourism.
Hi everyone, my name is Naomi. I'm also from Croatia and I'm the vice president of Zagreb campus and I'm a junior studying global business management.
Hi everyone, nice to see you again. My name is Rana Abdullah and I'm the executive secretary at RIT Dubai Student Government. I'm a marketing major with a double minor in finance and management.
Hi everyone, my name is Raphael. I'm the president of RIT Maine in Rochester, New York. I'm a fourth year software engineering student.
Okay, that's so nice to hear from everybody. We're also holding the SG Consortium, which is very important to us, which is what led us to talk about our challenges and successes in the first place. Okay, let's start on the real side. What was one challenge that you faced with your SG?
Yes, so one highlight that I can say, we actually had a 2-in-1 situation. It started out being a challenge and then we kind of overcame that. We had an event, like a community event that we wanted to organize at the local elderly home. And the idea was to kind of connect the students with the community a bit more to kind of maybe hopefully brighten their day for the elders and hopefully maybe learn something from them as well. And we had an issue with actually people who signed up to attend the event. So we were thinking, okay, the event is like a few days away, what are we gonna do? We kind of figured the traditional approach did not work. So we had to do a hands-on approach and kind of see what else we can incorporate in the event for the students to attend. And we did that with, so much communication within just a day or two, and we managed to have such a great event when we when it started. We had such a good time. Actually, the faculty members attended as well, and everybody kind of has really fond memories. And the best thing was because those older people, you can truly see that it meant a lot for them, for us to be there, and the amount of people who attended. And they have all their days are basically the same, and having the youth come there and enjoy with them, have fun and talk, it was really a great event. So that was one of the challenges that I would say really.
It's really nice to hear that even faculty members ended up
Yes.
joining. So it wasn't just students in the end, it was also faculty members.
It was great.
It's a really nice example. What about you, Naomi? What is one challenge or success, or maybe a challenge that turned into a success that you would like to share?
Yeah, sure. I can share a similar. It's kind of a funny story. So last year I was head of events and finance, and the first event, let's say like a first baby, I was really nervous, and it was Represent Your Country Day because we have a lot of international students. We as a team wanted to kind of showcase all the nationalities that are at our campus. And previous year we had like a big issue with people not attending our events. So we were thinking of a way to approach this problem, and I kind of initiated with my team to start inviting people personally. But I did it in a kind of funny way, because I asked my advisor who are the international students, and I knew most of them from my year. So I would come up to them at the campus and kind of in an aggressive way tell them to come. But it was a joke, of course. It was a joke.
Did it work?
Yeah, it did work. But I was basically like yelling at them, you have to come, you have to wear your jersey, you have to wear your flag. And 50 people showed up, which is a big number for us, with their flags. And we had like about 12 nationalities that represented themselves. They even came like in the traditional clothes. Our dean even came, and I think it was such a big success, but also like a funny thing that I had to basically be really aggressive for them to come, but they really did feel invited.
Chasing
at the end,
people.
chasing people.
Sometimes that's what works.
Yeah,
though,
and
'cause-
Yes.
they were like laughing at me, but then at the end they were kind of scared of me. So I think that's why they attended,
Yeah.
because they didn't know what was gonna
But
happen after.
That's an issue we're also dealing with. So
Yeah.
it's like getting people involved in activities, but sometimes chasing does work.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
totally does.
Yeah.
Because they
It
feel
does
like they're invited like on a personal level and not just like a poster
Yeah.
or like a message. I was like straight in their face.
Yeah.
Please
So-
come.
You can only
Yeah.
do so much with a poster and a
True.
sword.
Yeah,
Very
that's
true.
true. Yeah.
So I would go on to Rana and ask her about the challenge or success that she faced with her SG. We know that Dubai is very multi-diverse, so maybe that has to do something with it.
Thank God, no, we come together as a community. But I'm so glad things worked out for you. It seems like our situations are very similar, actually. So our campus, thank God, provides us with a lot of opportunities for students, whether it be their academics, their experiences, or even just fun, right? So last year I was an events coordinator alongside the vice president as well, and we kind of had an issue with the off-campus trip. We would have this semester, every semester we would host a trip, but due to midterms, time constraints, and inconvenient timing, things did not always work out for us. Our sales weren't very high, so that was definitely a challenge that we had to overcome. And so thank God now that we have this semester, this new student government coming up, we overcame it with our new Ferrari trip, which was a
we all heard
huge
about, by the way.
Yes, I made sure they all knew about it because of how big it was.
Yes.
It was a big deal for
I'm
us.
so jealous, by the way.
Hopefully one day we can invite you for
Oh,
sure.
please.
We would love
Please
that.
come to Dubai. Habibi, come to
Habibi,
Dubai.
Let's go to Dubai.
But no, so we thank our media team and our events team for making this happen. We overcame it by a lot of marketing. They always grab me for TikToks. They grab the other students for TikToks. We even made characters. Even the vice president, she was acting out to be a superhero just to get people to come.
I think this outgrows.
So yeah, we were all very dedicated, and so thank God a lot of people ended up coming. So we pray that for every other event and experience to come by that we believe does not get the exposure that it deserves, we will hopefully try to introduce it even better through our communication systems.
Yeah, that's great.
really nice
Yeah.
to hear. Trips are hard to
Yeah.
organize.
Yes,
Yeah.
But
definitely.
this one was so fun. Like I always kept searching on their social media, and I love their updates. It was so nice.
Do you hear that?
So you guys did not get to go on the trip because you were here, right?
But come
Or
on.
you like it more here, right?
It's been fun. It's
Yeah,
been so
yeah.
fun. Thank you
Yeah.
guys.
Okay, of course. And Rafael, what's a highlight from the Rochester campus, or like an initiative that you would say it stands out, whether it was a challenge or a success?
Yeah, so something we've been talking a lot about, all of us during the consortium, is that RIT Maine student government has a little bit of a different application. Kiffy had mentioned in the previous episode about the College Activities Board, or CAB. They organize all of the events. They have their own separate funding, their own separate leadership structure, and we work a lot with them to make things happen, but mostly by supporting them in events planning. For us, our main role is about making students feel heard and representing them within the administration and in the decision making for the university. And so something that we've been doing this year is we realized, like you guys are talking about, it's a struggle to get students, especially on a campus like ours with 19,000 total students, 14,000 undergrads. People have their own things to worry about, and that's good, and they have classes, and they'd rather think about that than think about
Exactly.
bigger university governance decisions or connecting with the people in their college that aren't just directly their professors. And that's great. We want, as student government, and I'm sure you guys do the same thing, we want to let them focus on what they want to do and trust that we're going to be doing everything to represent them. The other piece of that is making it easier for them to engage with the people that are in charge of them. So something we started this year, an idea of my vice president, Anna Paolini-Carano. She's a third-year biochemistry major, and who gets a lot more stuff done than I do. Yeah, shout out to her. She didn't pay me to say that, but she will yell at me if I don't.
Show her.
Yeah, right. So her idea was that instead, we do office hours. We have our office and we sit in there so students can come in, but making it easier for them to engage with us, we started doing one office hour a week for each of our senators and each of our people in student government go to their own college, set up a table there and sit down usually with their dean or with a professor, and they sit with the students and you can just walk up. Sometimes they'll have food, donuts or bagels, and people can come up and just take one and talk to the person in charge of the people in charge of the people in charge of their professors, right? Like a big decision maker that'll actually affect their day-to-day lives and student government. So that opportunity, making it easier for them to get there, is an initiative we've been really happy with that started just a couple weeks ago, and we've already gotten really great results.
That's a really nice story.
Can I just jump in? I think like we did a similar thing. We had like a problem with students not coming into our office, so we bought a stand with an SG sign and we put it in the front because SG office like is not in a good corner. So when everybody comes in, the first thing they see is us. So the same thing, they can approach us. We are in an open space. So I think like that's a really good thing that you also did.
Yeah, bribes with food are really big.
Yeah.
Student government.
Tell me about
Anything
it. You'll hear about it
100%.
in
Student
a
government at
second.
RIT, we have a popcorn machine that we've had for like 20 years now. And every member, in addition to knowing how to send a good email and how to speak in front of a group of people, also knows how to make popcorn in this machine, so that when students will come in and talk to us in the first place.
Coffee is
Yeah,
You guys have
we actually just implemented on our campus coffee.
Oh, that's so nice.
So students have been going to our office a lot more lately, and it's actually, our office is very small. Like, it's a corner of this room, literally. And it's funny to see so many people crammed in and everybody's just conversing because of coffee, and it really was super effective for getting us to communicate with the students a lot more. Even if it's a small campus, you really kind of
meet everyone.
You meet everyone, but you can still avoid them, not avoid them, miss them. How would I say that? So it's really, really good initiative.
Yeah, Donna, it might make more sense for you guys to do tea and for us to do maybe like energy drinks or something.
For sure, the culture is different. But we do coffee too. We're big on that actually.
We're gonna talk about coffee in a second. Okay. So before we wrap up, what's one thing that you guys would say turns a failure or like a challenge into a success? Just one word, using one word. Is it reflection, resilience?
I would say maybe like adapting
to the situation.
Yeah.
For sure.
I would say invitation. I don't know. I think I would have to elaborate, but it's like to make sure everyone feels invited and welcomed. So welcoming, being welcome.
Rafael?
Empathy, right? Like it's not just about speaking how we'd want to hear it. It's about how making sure that we understand what other students want to hear.
I would say reflecting, meaning like learning from your past mistakes. So really having in mind what we did wrong last time does a huge deal when you're planning to do something in the future. So I would definitely say reflection on what we did before.
For sure.
I would say communication for us has been a really big thing that turned challenges into successes. But listening to all of this makes it clear that leadership positions are not about getting it always right, but it's about growing from every single challenge. Here in Kosovo, we recently had the student government elections, and it's been one of the most exciting experiences I've had in all my student life here at RIT.
Congratulations.
Thank you. One thing that I would consider a success was the whole campaign itself, especially the debate that we had in the end. And what else? It's also the most votes that a SG has ever had in the history of student governments here at RIT Kosovo. So I believe that we received a very high support from students because we showed students that we are capable of doing what they need us to do. But the sense of trust and energy is truly what drives every single student government. But thank you to all of you, Naomi, Dea, and Rafael, for joining us today. On the next episode, we're going to talk about the key takeaways from the government consortium. Okay, well, let's get this right.
It's a hard word.
Because I've been saying it wrong. It's
Yeah,
a
me
consortium.
too. Last year,
Consortium, okay.
Consortium.
So we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Thank you.
We're gonna
Hello guys, so welcome to the final episode of the Tiger Across Campuses. So we're all together from across campuses for the consortium. My name is Bennett Shuki. I am the CIT senior here at RIT Kosovo. I will let my colleagues present themselves, starting with Fran.
Hello guys, my name is Fran Brežanin. I am from RIT Croatia, Zagreb campus. I'm the head of advocacy and communications, and I'm also a web and mobile computing student.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Fadman and I'm coming from RIT Dubai campus. I'm currently taking the CIT bachelor degrees and I am taking the role of the tech coordinator at the student government, and I'm also the web director for the RIT Dubai Club MUN.
My name is Rafael Gilboa. I'm a fourth year software engineering major, and I'm here as the student government president for Rochester, Maine.
So over the past few days, we shared different experiences that we all had together, and also experience from our campuses. So I'll start the question with you, Fran. What is your biggest takeaway from the past few days here at RIT Consortium?
Yeah, that's a hard question because I can't name one main takeaway because there's been multiple. Over the past 3 days, we've learned so much about, for example, different cultures, how each student government leads their own campuses, how the students act, like what to do to engage them more in the student government work, and so I can't really list one main, but if I can talk for days about what I've learned today.
Yeah, that's so
3 days.
true. Even though our contexts differ, I think we all have the same goal here. So Fahid, what about you? Coming from a campus as diverse as Dubai, how was your experience?
So first I would like to agree with Fran that we have learned a lot the past few days. I would definitely agree on the different cultures we have coming from different campuses. Also, what amazes me is that since we are all RIT, yet all our student governments differ in the organization structure. And yeah, that's what I see the main takeaways we saw from the past couple of days.
That's actually quite a great point because diversity really is our strength when we choose to learn from each other instead of comparing ourselves. I have a question for you, Rafael, as well. You're coming from the main campus in Rochester. What did you find most valuable about connecting with leaders from our global campuses?
Yeah, there's a lot of interest around learning about your different campuses, the cultures, the work that you do, and the differences between us. But honestly, the most interesting thing for me was separate from where you guys are from, more about who everybody here is and how they lead. I have a particularly high energy leadership style and I have a lot of crazy random ideas, but getting to see the way you guys also lead your own campuses, how your dynamics are with the other people on your teams, the people that inspire you, the leadership qualities that are the most important, that was really interesting for me. In addition to all of the other learning that Fran and Fahid were mentioning about learning about where you guys come from and who you represent, but also just who you guys are.
I love that because impact isn't measured by scale, it's measured by the difference you make in people's everyday experience. So I wanted to ask one more question. Goes for you, Fran. What's something specific you're taking home from this consortium?
Well, I've got multiple ideas. Like, for example, even though it might sound like a little stupid, I do think it will make a difference on campus. Beanbags, like everyone loves them. Everyone loves them. It's nice to chill with your friends on campus. But apart from that, I've also got like other ideas, and I'm gonna discuss them with the advisor, with my colleagues at the student government, both in Zagreb and Dubrovnik. And and also I'd like to add, this isn't really on topic, but I'd like to add on Rafael's point about like work and different leadership styles. It was amazing to see that because you get motivation from it, you get inspiration. It really helps you grow as a person in your leadership position.
What about you, Fahid?
So what I would take back home with me from this consortium is that how we can strengthen our communication channel with students and faculty. We definitely have a bit of difficulty with that, maybe with announcing some events or some big off-campus trips with students. From what I saw from this consortium is that you guys handle it in very different ways and could be very beneficial with that for us if I discuss it and take it back home with us and see where we can go from there.
What about you, Rafael?
I mean, like Fran was saying, there's so many things, both big and small. On the smaller end, beanbags in their library was awesome here. I love to see it. A coffee machine out there that students can get their own coffee and just have it as a place to hang out or a place to go to. But on the more serious end, things like campus pride. At RIT Maine, we have a really great opportunity to get merch a lot of the time, which it's not something you'd think is major, at least not something I thought was major. But then we come here and see the difference of how nice it is to be able to wear clothes that represent the pride that you have in your university and show off to the people around you that it matters, and coming up with more opportunities to create that same space for those of you on other campuses, and maybe getting you guys some access to some of the merch options that we have.
Would be nice.
It would be very, that'd be very nice. And if further than that, a takeaway that I have before my education about the consortium, I had never once thought of my school as RIT Maine. Just RIT, right? Like it wasn't, I vaguely knew that we had other campuses and didn't even consider going to them once myself. I think the biggest challenge that we have for students in Rochester is a lack of awareness. And so unless a friend of yours happened to have gone on a trip to one of the campuses or spend a semester there, you'd have no idea about what the opportunities are, what the culture is, unless you've done a lot of your own research. So trying to find ways to create more understanding and awareness, even for the students who don't choose to go, will allow more students to spend time and get to have a much bigger experience than what I've had, even though I've gotten to see so much.
Definitely. I'd like to, yeah. I actually fully agree. And also what came to mind while I was listening to Rafael, is it would be nice if we could organize some sort of joint campus projects. Like,
would be nice.
Yeah. Because
it's fantastic.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, our cultures are different, but we all have the same goal. It's to do the best for our college.
Definitely.
I've got some fantastic ideas from you guys, and it's so exciting to see how this consortium is already inspiring real change through campuses. So before I wrap up, I want to ask each of you to sum up your experience in one word. What would it be? Starting with you, Fran.
Do any of you have any ideas? Let me think about it.
Maybe Rafael can go first if I...
Eye-opening. You're learning so much more than I expected to. I thought this was going to be a really cool opportunity to meet new people, but I didn't think that I could learn so much from it and have real ideas to take back to the people I work with.
I would say it is inspirational because I'm seeing that you guys also have some difficulties with some events and stuff, but yet you guys never give up and always achieve it in the end. It's quite amazing how you guys do it all around different campuses. So yeah, I would say that.
I'd say, even though it isn't the best word, I'd say it was amazing. That's my word, because not only...
I'm glad you're saying amazing.
Because not only did I, personal, I learned a lot, but also mainly the business. So it's amazing.
Thank you, Fran. Thank you, Faid. Thank you, Rafael. And thank you for your attention, everybody. This was the final part of the Tigers Across Campuses. Bye.
Wrong chair. I know, I'm checking. Wrong chair.
Oh my god, can we start?
Yeah, it works. We need to talk about this as successes of food.
Hi everyone. Join. Failures, not failures. Challenges! Everyone. Okay, this is the last time.
Okay, so here.
My name is Vira. This is the last time.
No, but it's not. But it's the thing. It's the thing. Next time you.
This is the last time. I promise. No.
It's okay. Just
Okay.
This is the last time. I promise.
This is the 100th time Yera said this is the last time.
Okay.
Hi.
Don't look at me that serious.
Sorry, boys.
Your eyes lose all the sparkle.
Yeah,
when
you
start
like
talking.
lifeless with
Like you're such a joyful person, and then you go to the mic.
Test again. Let's go. Test again.
You're talking so bad.
No, don't. That is another.
What am I?